Oh, Nick Fahrenheit getting thrown like a dart into the ring post. Good God! What is happening here? Officials being tossed out of the ring. Apocalypse and Evans 6. Oh, man. Mikey Webb just got hit in the head with a chain. Sherman getting destroyed. Slade trying to attack 6. That's doing no good. Mr. Fabulous has apparently recruited these two individuals to do his bidding. Good Lord! These two men have just destroyed the top 2 teams here in New England Championship Wrestling. Tony Ulysses apparently having these two men do his bidding. Let's hear what he has to say.
Happy New Year, Kevin! 2014 is going to be a great year for Mr. Fabulous Tony Ulysses!
Tony, where did you find these monsters?
Let me tell you something, Kevin. It's all about respect. Money talks, crap walks, and I have given these guys the money. And they're here, they're men. They're gonna take care of all those snot-nosed chumps in the back room there and show them exactly what they're all about. And we're about championships, we're about money, and we're gonna take all you snot-nosed wannabe tag team wrestlers. We're gonna take it to the cleanest as only the end can. The end is near, the end is here, the end is now, Kevin. And you know, you're lucky you're the only one that ever understood me. You're the only one that I would ever give an interview to. You're the only one that respects me. And I'm gonna bring the fear back in NECW. I'm gonna bring the respect back in NECW as only Mr. Tony Ulysses can do. Now let's get out of here.
I'm standing by with the NECW Heavyweight Champion, Sean Burke. Now, Sean, tonight, once again, it's you against the Underground King, Slick Wagner Brown, but with the special guest referee, a man you're eventually going to have to face, in Antonio the Promise Thomas.
Before I start talking, Castro, I want Sheldon Goldberg to know one thing, okay? I'm going to give you all the disclaimers in the world right now. What I say right here and right now is not the views of NECW. They're simply the views of a misguided, simple man that wishes the world was like it once was. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Every time I turn on the news, every time I get in here and I talk to you, I talk about something I see on the news, right? Something that disgusts me, okay? I read some stuff about Sesame Street the other day that I used to be able to watch Sesame Street when I was a kid, and it taught me good lessons. It taught me things like how to be a man. I'm not even going to get into exactly what I saw, exactly what I read. Turn on the news again. I see some punk kid with a snowball and a camera getting ready to get famous on YouTube, and he walks up to an elderly woman that walks out of a store, slams her in the face with a snowball, basically punches her in the face. No punishment. No punishment whatsoever. This is how we bring our kids up today. What does this have to do with Wagner Brown? What this has to do with Wagner Brown is that I deem him unfit to lead in this society. See, Wagner Brown, like I've been saying the whole time, Slick Wagner Brown is for these people. He is for these things. He doesn't care. He's going to stand aside. He's not going to make a difference. But what I say is that if you follow me, and I can lead this society out of this godless wasteland that we live in today. Slick Wagner Brown cannot be NECW champion. NECW champion has to be somebody that can take this TV time and make a difference. You are unfit, Wagner. I am going to remain NECW champion. I'm going to keep saying what I want. And the people that follow me will be led out of this darkness.
What a week of New England Championship Wrestling we have in store. Thank you for joining us, everyone. There you see Antonio the Promise Thomas, former NECW Heavyweight Champion. Special guest referee tonight, Kevin Castro, has pre-match comments.
Tonight's special guest referee is the former champion, Antonio the Promise Thomas. Now, Antonio, How difficult is it going to be to call this match right down the middle?
Kevin, it's not going to be difficult at all. I'm here as an impartial ref. Now, granted, I would much rather be fighting for my title in the middle of that ring tonight, but Slick Wagner Brown, you are one of my best friends, in or out of wrestling. And if you happen to beat Sean Burke tonight, I will gladly raise your hand and hand over my title to you.
Former NECW Heavyweight Champion Slick Wagner Brown making his way to the ring. Wagner Brown attempting tonight to recapture the championship he held some 13 years ago. Al Basler got pre-match comments from Slick Wagner Brown. Let's take you to those right now.
Coming up, a big opportunity for Slick Wagner Brown as he gets another chance to regain the title he held 13 years ago, the NECW Heavyweight Championship. Slick, tonight you take on Sean Burke once again, but this time your friend Antonio the Promise Thomas is the special guest referee.
First things first, Al. Are you ready? Are you ready to see SWB does what he does best?
Sir.
I'm there. And that is beat down the competition and win championships. Sean Burke, you want to talk about myself and the Promise holding you back, holding you down? That ain't the case, Sean. You are the NECW Heavyweight Champion. You've had Prophet and Genesis pulling strings and watching your back the whole time, man. But tonight, Antonio the Thomas Promise, my brother from another, is going to be right in the middle of that ring. And he's going to be wearing them stripes. Tonight, Sean Burke, you got to do what he says. You got to listen, and listen good. Because if you don't, I'm already going to put in a beating on that backside. Sean, you hear that? You hear that? You hear that tick-tock? That's your title reign coming to an end.
The NECW Heavyweight Champion Sean Burke undefeated in singles competition in nearly 3 years here in New England Championship Wrestling. He is the NECW Heavyweight Champion. He is defending that championship tonight against Slick Wagner Brown with Antonio the Promise Thomas as the special guest referee. NECW General Manager Paul Richard made this matchup last month when Burke refused to grant Antonio Thomas a mandatory rematch, filed an injunction to stop the promotion from granting him that rematch. Apparently that has since been turned aside, but for now, it is Burke versus Wagner Brown, and Antonio Thomas is the special guest referee. What a matchup we have in store this week. Let's go to Chris Norman for the official introductions. You can feel the tension in this room. Let's go to Chris Norman for the official introductions.
This match is set for a 60-minute time limit, and it is for the NECW Heavyweight Championship. Your referee for this match is Antonio the Promise Thomas. Introducing first, the challenger from Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, wait a minute. Sean Burke going to work on Slick Wagner Brown right away. Chris Norman not getting the announcements. Totally out of his mouth. It's broken down here right now. Referee calling for the bell. Burke trying to press an early advantage. Burke cranking up the head of Slick Wagner Brown. Wagner with a shot to the kidney area. Let's talk for a moment about what we saw at the top of this broadcast. The carnage you saw last week, perpetrated by a new tag team presented by Mr. Fabulous Tony Ulysses. They are known as The End. Mr. Six, the former NECW heavyweight champion Evan Six, now referred to as Mr. Six, and Apocalypse. He certainly made a statement last week, and speaking of making statements, Sean Burke and Wagner Brown firing away on each other. It's Burke now into the ropes, but Wagner catches him. And Burke with a back elbow. Wagner Brown over the top of Sean Burke, leapfrog. Tries for the hip toss, doesn't get it. Burke doubles Wagner over, but Wagner catches him, rolls him up. Gets a quick 2 count. Wagner, victory roll right here and only 2. Big chop by Wagner Brown. Man. And another. No love lost between these two individuals. Burke now sending Wagner into the opposite side. Wagner with a back elbow. Slick Wagner Brown. High cross body. Here's a cover. Only 2. Let's get a commercial break out of the way. We'll be back with more of this matchup right after this.
Welcome to Hokkaido.
There's a whole world of Asian flavor waiting for you at Hokkaido. Their menu features delicious Chinese, Japanese, and Thai favorites, along with sumptuous sushi, hot pot, and hibachi. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are karaoke nights. So for a whole world of Asian flavor and a whole lot of fun, come to Hokkaido, 1250 Osgood Street, North Andover, Mass. Like us on Facebook or call us at 978-687-9888.
This championship matchup continues. Slick Wagner Brown pressing the advantage on the NECW heavyweight champion Sean Burke. Antonio the Promise Thomas, the special guest referee, calling it right down the middle. And another big shot by Wagner Brown. Wagner now almost sending to Antonio Thomas. And Burke with a big boot. Just leveled the challenger. Here's a cover. Close to the ropes for the 2 count only. Antonio Thomas saying, watch out for those closed fists. He's not going to take anything from Sean Burke. So much going on in this matchup. Sean Burke, a protege of Antonio the Promise Thomas. Turning against his mentor. After Burke broke his ankle during a match with Thomas in December of 2012. Burke on the shelf for 6 months, coming back.
Give the shot, Berkey.
With a different attitude and a different intensity. Snapmares Wagner Brown out of the corner. Folks, we're going to get one more commercial break out of the way and bring you the conclusion of this epic matchup when New England Championship Wrestling continues after this. We are back to action, and it is Sean Burke with the advantage on Slick Wagner Brown. Burke and Thomas arguing with each other. They're going nose to nose. Oh, big chop by Wagner Brown. Wagner recovering nicely here. Burke backed up. Oh, but man, out of nowhere, Burke with a back elbow. Here's the cover. Burke stomping away on Slick Wagner Brown. Whatever you want to say about Sean Burke, he is one heck of an athlete, as is Slick Wagner Brown, as is Antonio Thomas. Here's a cover, and only 1. I know Slick Wagner Brown would like nothing better than to regain the NECW Heavyweight Championship. You heard Antonio Thomas before referring to it as my title. And now Sean Burke trying to clamp in a bear hug here. Trying to take the wind out of the sails of Slick Wagner Brown. Antonio Thomas and Slick Wagner Brown have each held the NECW Heavyweight Championship once. Sean Burke would say he never lost that championship, but technically, this is his second reign as champion. Big shot by Wagner Brown. Another big forearm. Belly to back. Burke sends Wagner right to the canvas. Rolling Wagner over into a bridge, only getting one. Burke goes for it again. You can just feel the intensity crackling in the air at the Cove Community Center here in Beverly. Burke digging the head in, trying to wear his man down. A sound strategy by the NECW Heavyweight Champion. The expression on the face of Slick Wagner Brown shows that he is struggling to keep it together here. Fans chanting SWB. Folks, New England Championship Wrestling returns to Beverly, Massachusetts, Saturday night, February 8th. A gigantic card in store. More on that later. And Sean Burke drilling Slick Wagner Brown into the canvas. Folks, you do not want to miss New England Championship Wrestling live when you get a chance to see it. As great as it is on TV, it is an awesome experience live. Wagner Brown now. A house of fire here, clothesline, sending Burke to the canvas. Oh, neck breaker by Wagner Brown. Wagner Brown charging in. Big flying forearm, rocked Sean Burke. Snap suplex by Wagner Brown, he hangs on. Wagner Brown with a replay right there. Oh man, this time Wagner Brown drilled him face first into the canvas. Here's the cover. We can have a new champion here, but only two. That was close. Antonio Thomas doing an admirable job of attempting to be impartial here. If anyone has an axe to grind in this matchup, it's Antonio Thomas. Burke with sharp elbows to the side of the head of Slick Wagner Brown. Kick to the midsection by Wagner. Wagner has him up. Oh, almost had him up. Goes for it again. This time he's got him. Fall away slam. Burke landed right on his hip. Here's a cover. This could do it. There's 2.5. We're going to cut to a break right here. We'll be back right after we tell you all about this. The official printing company of New England Championship Wrestling is Color Copy Center Boston. We copy, we print, we bind, we laminate. And we offer free delivery in Metro Boston. See us at 31 St. James Avenue in the Park Square building. Call us at 617-391-0030 or visit us online at colorcopycenterboston.com. They make NECW look good, they'll make you look good too. Folks, I am told we will not have another commercial interruption until the end of this matchup. Burke now with a backbreaker. The power of Sean Burke on display as he slams Slick Wagner Brown into the canvas, goes for a cover, and only gets 2. Another near fall for Sean Burke. Slick Wagner Brown has to beat Sean Burke to become the NECW Heavyweight Champion. Sean Burke does not have to beat Slick Wagner Brown. An important advantage the longer this match goes on. Wagner Brown getting back up to his feet. Burke still in control. Burke looking like he's going to try for a choke slam. But Wagner Brown elbowing his way out. Oh man, another sizzling chop. And a forearm to the jaw. Oh, wait a minute, Burke has him up now and drills him. This could be over right here. Only 2. I thought Wagner Brown was done there. Once again, Burke and Thomas arguing. Burke not happy with that count. That did not look like a slow count to me. Wagner Brown on the apron, half out of the ring here. Sean Burke going after him. Burke trying to get Wagner up for a pile driver on the apron. Oh, now Wagner has him up. Burke fights his way out. A rather dangerous situation on the apron. These men could get very easily injured and seriously, but Wagner Brown sends Burke back into the ring the hard way. Wagner now. Second rope, moonsault. Hit it right on the money. Here's a cover. And 2.5. Oh my goodness. So close. Wagner Brown an eyelash away from regaining the NECW Heavyweight Championship. The fans are saying it all right here. Another epic action matchup this week here on New England Championship Wrestling. Wagner kicking the leg, trying for a submission right here. Burke trying to get to the ropes. Wagner trying to tap him out. Oh, wait a minute. Here comes Prophet, but Asylum Nick Shepard cut him off. Prophet tried to interfere, but Nick Shepard ran off Jeremy Prophet. Burke's attempt at a little insurance backfired. Oh man, Wagner just got his neck snapped over that top rope. Sean Burke heading upstairs. Burke walking the ropes, goes, oh man, Thomas went down. Burke off the top into a clothesline, walking the ropes. Shades of the spoiler, Don Jardine, may he rest in peace. And now Wagner Brown laying in wait for Sean Burke, who spits on Antonio Thomas. Wagner has Burke down, going for that submission. Burke tapping out. Burke taps out. Burke taps out. The referee is down. Antonio Thomas coming around, calling for the bell. We've got a new champion. We've got a new champion. Slick Wagner Brown has done it. Wagner Brown with a sensational victory over Sean Burke. 13 years ago, a young Slick Wagner Brown became the NECW Heavyweight Champion. Listen to these fans. They're on their feet here, cheering for Slick Wagner Brown. Fans are standing and cheering their favorite, Slick Wagner Brown. Let's go to Chris Norman for the official word. He's discussing the
Wagner Brown.
Thomas is grabbing the belt. What is this?
Disqualification. Slick Wagner Brown is the winner of the match. He came out the top.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match is Slick Wagner Brown.
He hit me. Sorry.
Referee Antonio the Promise Thomas has disqualified Sean Burke. Therefore, Slick Wagner Brown is the winner by disqualification, meaning Sean Burke will retain the NECW Heavyweight Championship.
A travesty of justice here as Antonio Thomas disqualifies Sean Burke. The title does not change hands. Slick Wagner Brown is still your winner. We'll have post-match comments when New England Championship Wrestling continues after this. New England Championship Wrestling returns live Saturday night, February 8th at the Cope Community Center, 19 East Corning Street, Beverly, Mass., with a 7 p.m. bell time. The main event is a special triple threat match for the NECW Heavyweight Championship as champion Sean Burke defends against both Antonio the Promise Thomas and Slick Wagner Brown. Canadian sensation Jeremy Prophet and Genesis team up to take on the team of Asylum Nick Shepard and Brad Hollister. Plus, NECW Television Champion, the Masshole Mike McCarthy, Triple W Champion Mistress Belmont with Sammy Lane, Johnny Thunder, and much more to be announced. Tickets are on sale now, online at NECW.tv or call 1-800-838-3006. That's 1-800-838-3006. Don't miss New England Championship Wrestling live Saturday night, February 8th in Beverly.
Antonio, what happened out there? I mean, you clearly saw Sean Burke tap out. We should have a new champion.
No. I said I was going to call the match down the middle. Call it like I see it. And Sean Burke hit me and nailed me before Slick Wagner Brown even got him in a submission. Therefore, as I said, I was going to call it down the line. Sean Burke knocked me out before Wagner Brown got the submission tap for the supposed win for my title. And that's all I have to say about that.